Hi everyone, Janine Regan-Sinclair here with an impromptu live on a Wednesday evening. So I just got the nudge to come on and talk to people about just health in general, what's going on with the changes that are happening on the planet and how they're affecting all of us and how it can play out in your physical level as what looks like illnesses and disease and stuff like that. So before I say anything, I want you to understand that if you have got an issue and you think you need a doctor, always go to the doctor or ER or something like that. You know, I'm not saying don't use these things, but sometimes you can have problems come up in your system that may not be an illness per se, but they are linked to something from the past or even previous life, if you believe in that type of thing, because we carry all these memories in our system. So certain things can manifest in your body that look like an illness. For instance, lots and lots of people have back pain. Well, depending on where the back pain is, that can mean different things to different people. So shoulder pain, upper back is usually feeling weighed down or burdened by something. So it's probably mental stress or overwhelm or something like that can manifest there. Pains in the back of the heart, in the spine, aches and pains there can be linked to grief from the past and stuff like that. And quite often those pains can be lower down in the hips as well, the pelvic area. Generally at the back of the body is to do with the past as well, what's already gone by. So lower back pain is about not feeling supported emotionally, generally, and things like that. So there's a lot of different problems that we can get that come up that look like health issues or illness or disease or degeneration of, you know, the spinal column or something, when in actual fact it's the body trying to tell you there's emotional stuff stuck in this area and you need to deal with it. I'll give you an example. I'm going back probably 10 years ago now. I had pain in my lower left side of my pelvic area and my hip that, to all intents and purposes, had exactly the same symptoms to sciatica. And it was that bad, I couldn't even roll over in bed. I was lying in bed crying in agony. I was taking painkillers, which I don't normally take, but I just couldn't stand it any longer. And when I tuned into it, and all you need by that, I mean, just focus on that area, take some deep breaths, 5 or 6 deep breaths, and just focus in on that area. And then just be asking your body, asking your higher consciousness, whatever it is you feel connected to, what is the root cause of this pain? And what came to me was grief. So all the crying that I did was releasing that grief. So I went out of my way to cry even more. That grief started coming out of my emotional body. And the next day, I was up a ladder painting the walls and the ceiling in my home. So if I'd have gone, you know, to a hospital, they'd have done all these tests on me and they wouldn't have found anything because it was an energetic problem. And these things can recur, so we clear out one layer and then another layer will come up in our system for us to be looking at. And this goes for all sorts of things. I'll give you another example from my own body. I lost both of my left side, female side, wisdom teeth when I was 21, within months of one another. And it wasn't until even probably 6 months ago that I looked up what those two teeth meant and what they were connected with, and it told me that it was the heart. Well, that was just after that I'd split up with my first love of 4 years, and I was heartbroken, and it affected my teeth. I ended up losing 2 teeth because of heartbreak. I've also had stuff happen to me in the past when my father died, which anyone who's read my first book, The Angel, the Witch and the Warrior, will know about how badly that affected me. That I was in hospital for 15 days because my whole digestive system broke down. And that was that feeling of being, sucker punched in the gut, is the only way I could describe it. I felt like I was gutted. And literally my energy field had a big hole through it from the shock of my dad passing away. That was what changed my life from my career in architecture to moving into therapy, healing, writing and everything else, because that was a turning point for me. Once I realised the root cause of that was grief, I thought, I need to know more about this. This is amazing how our body is affected by mental and emotional stuff that gets trapped in it, and not just from this lifetime as well. So I just wanted to share a quick video on here with people so that you can have a think about tuning in to, if you've got stuff going on in your system, if you've got aches and pains in your body, or if you've got something that comes and goes. If it comes and goes, it's probably not a physically broken thing. It's more likely to be a mental, emotional, psychological stress factor and an accumulation of energy in the body. People, when they get older, tend to get sore knees and things like that. Well, knees can, if they get the energy that gets stuck in your knees, can be linked to fear. And then the energy is not going down your leg, out of the feet into the earth. So then the accumulation goes up into the hip. And then how many older people do you see with leg and hip and walking sticks and this thing, this type of thing going on, because they're not dealing with the energy. And one of the simplest ways for people to deal with those kind of aches and pains in their ankles and feet swelling up and stuff like that is getting your bare feet on the grass outside, or rocks, or the earth, or the sand, for at least 20 minutes a day, and visualizing your energy going down into the earth. There are lots of videos on YouTube about the importance of grounding your body and how it can I'm going to be careful with the wording, alleviate problems like arthritis and joint pain and brain fog and all kinds of stuff, because people are not properly grounded. We were created to walk barefoot on the earth, and connecting our electromagnetic field to the electromagnetic field of Mother Earth, and bringing up all of those energetic nutrients into our body from the earth. And how many people do it? We don't do it very often. In the summer maybe, but even in the winter, if you've got a garden, you can have a little patch in your garden where you can put your bare feet. Even if it's only for 5 or 10 minutes, it's going to make a difference every day. And if you've got grandparents or elderly parents that have got problems with their hips and legs and arthritis and that type of thing, it's a really good idea to get them outside if the weather's good. And even if it's a bit chilly, wrap them up in a blanket and just get their bare feet on the grass, get them touching the earth on a daily basis. It really does make a difference to how you feel. And it makes you feel calmer. It allows you to ground your energy. Those of you that may be, into the mind, body, spirit stuff and are working with the changes that are happening on the planet at the moment, just getting into that habit of grounding the energy in, and it makes you feel calmer. It's it's connecting with the earth, and it's just a really good practice to get into. So I just wanted to pop on quickly tonight and just share a little bit about that, because there's a lot going on at the moment. The energies are coming in. We've just had the equinox and an eclipse, a lunar eclipse, and we've got a solar eclipse on the 8th of April as well, and that's going to be another big shift for people. The blue rays coming in, I've mentioned it before. This means it's the third eye, the brain. Any imbalances in that mental layer of the body, it's going to really be pushing them through. So be aware that people that have got mental health problems are going to be needing, to be getting some help there. More people are going to be needing to clear those energies, or else there's going to be more headaches and potentially more problems, because if the energy can't come through your system, it's going to get stuck, and that causes a backlog of energy and can cause health problems. So being aware of that, those of you that follow me on a regular basis, you know what to do with these upgrades. Retreat as much as you can, eat healthy, keep grounded, keep hydrated, and be releasing as much of your stuff as you can. If you're probably just getting up and down roller coaster with your emotions at the moment. That's another thing that's happening. And finding space for you to, if you do need to cry, go and find a space to cry, whether it's walking in the park, whether it's driving off in your car somewhere, whether it's going sitting quietly in your bedroom, but let it out. It needs to come out of your system. Okay? So thanks for joining me, and I will see you all again soon, and have a great week, what's left of it. Bye for now.